Hi everybody, welcome back to Sharon's Nail Boutique. If you're new here, please smash that subscribe button. While you're at it, click that notification bell so you could be reminded every time I upload one of these beautiful baddies. Okay, so today we are doing that set that you saw there, just a full nude on these pre-pinch extra long coffin nails from Gella. I'll leave the link for them in the description index below as always. I'm using my dust collector that I also bought off Amazon. I'll leave the link for that as well. I'm just going in, pushing all the 10 cuticles back, and then going in with the other side of my cuticle pusher and using that scraper part to get any little extra bits of skin off that nail plate just to help me. Then I'll go in with my cuticle ball bit on like 3,000 RPMs and really lightly just get whatever remaining cuticle is on that nail plate. And then we'll go in with our 100-150 grit hand file from Sunshine Nails, and I'll leave the link for that as well. I got those on AliExpress, so I will leave the link for those. That's a 50 pack. So you can really find great deals on these products on Amazon, AliExpress, really good places to buy nail stuff. So just going in now and removing the shine. I never use the mandrel bit on this part. I would never recommend doing that. This should be the only way you remove the shine from your client's nails. If you need to trim them or remove the shine, I recommend this. I don't recommend using the machine because, as you know, with a spinning sanding band, even on the lowest setting, it's still more harsh than your hand and a hand file because your hand doesn't have RPMs in it. It's not constantly turning. So therefore you're not going to get as much friction or burning. So yes, keep that in mind. So you want your clients to be feeling good, not in pain. So we're going in and we're just using our Manicure nail glue and we're gluing on these nails, and we're just going to come in, and she didn't want to take any of the length off, or just kind of putting them into shape a little bit. And then removing the shine surface from the top of that nail. I always do that usually because I feel like it just creates a better surface for the acrylic to adhere to. Once I'm done doing that, I will dust off all 10 nails, and I'll go in with my Opi Bond Aid and my No Lift Nails Acid Base Primer. I swear by this combination. I've never used anything else. I've always used this combination since the beginning. Once I realized that Mia Secret's dehydrator sucked and their primer sucked, I just switched on my own, and I found something that really worked. Like, it's such a good combination that my clients end up begging me to help them remove their nails because they won't come off. So yeah, I use Opi Bond Aid, which is basically a dehydrant. It just removes any of those extra oils from the nail plate and just dries it out, which I'm doing right now. So one coat on all 10 nails. Then I'm using my little painter's brush to go in with my No Lift Nails Acid Base Primer. And with the acid base primer, you want to wait till it's dry and chalky before you go in with your thin clear base or acrylics, whatever you're using at that point in time. I'm going in with Mia Secret clear acrylic polymer just as a thin wash, so I have something to file back down to when she comes back next time. So all 10 nails get a thin wash of Mia Secret clear acrylic polymer, and then I'll come in with my Glam and Glitz Sweetheart, which is a gorgeous like pinkish nude color, but it's different. Very pretty. And so naturally on all 10 nails I'm doing full pink nude color, and then we're gonna draw with our embossing gels at the end, and I'm using candy embossing gels. So yes, I love them. Actually, no, it's not candy, it's GDOCCO or whatever, however you pronounce it, but it's basically pretty much the same products from the same people. They just give them different names sometimes, different sellers sometimes, you know, but it'll be like the same product, you know, same manufacturer or whatever. So I'm coming in with each bead now, making sure to place each bead exactly where I want it, not really pull too much from it. Just building that nail up properly, making sure I have the thickness where I need it, the bulk where I need it. My apex is nice. I come in with another bead to kind of finish building that nail up, kind of like a cover bead. So I build my nail bead by bead, and then I come in with that top cover bead to pull down over everything to smooth everything out and make it whole. And that's our pinky nail. And just beautiful. Look at that profile shot. So I come in, I start here, I bring it up to where like that natural free edge is. That's my starting bead. I bring them in on the sides, make sure that they're coming down tapered, because again, these are those pinched extra long coffin tips. So you really don't have to do too much shaping with these. Like literally, they're already in shape for you. They're already pinched. That edge is as flat as it can be. So literally, you just need to go with the shape of the nail and be building as according to that. As you can see, when I place my bead, I try not to pull too much from that top portion. I'm just kind of pulling from that bottom section. See, I'll show you again. Like I tuck in my sides and then I pull down, and I'm trying not to take too much off of that rounded top portion. You see that? Because that builds your nail up. That's giving it its shape, its rounded shape up at that cuticle. So you don't want to be taking too much from that. So lastly, our cuticle bead, tucking it, making sure it's thin at those top and side walls. Making sure you are pulling those side walls in so that your nail is tapered. Now we will come in with our cover bead, like so. Making sure that that is pulled in, pushed down, nice and tucked. We will add a little bit to our free edge, because that is a little thin at the moment. And you do not want your nails to be breaking, trust me. So I add a little more there because it's necessary. And then I will bring that bottom portion down. Add a little right in that center dip part. And then we'll move on. Beautiful, look at that. Look at that nail, perfect. So once again, same scenario, starting at that like free edge, natural free edge area, pulling my sides in like so, making sure that my product is touching the nail surface and being pulled in on its sides appropriately. You see how I'm doing that, ladies and gentlemen? So important to pay attention to how people are holding and using their brushes. So that is gonna give you your perfect nail every time. It's not so much really how, but it is how much product you're using and where you're putting it and how you're laying it. But a majority of the work is, if you notice, I'm literally doing everything by hand, by scratch with my brush. Just the tip of that brush for the most part. And I'm gonna add a little bit down on that free edge to fill in that dip, and then move on to the pointer. So see how I bring everything up, and then I start tucking in those sides, making sure that my polymerized bead is coming down those side walls nice and tapered, no mess. See, if you get it, most of the work done with your brush like this, you won't have a lot of filing at all. Like literally, it just, everything will kind of just naturally go into place, and your filing is now down to a minimum because you've perfected that acrylic nail already with your brush. So now I'm just gonna add a little more to build that back up, give it strength. Move on to our thumbnail, and then after our thumbnail is completed, I'm gonna move on to the filing portion with our hand files. Start taking in those side walls, reshaping them, making sure our free edge is nice and flat and all our nails are even, and just making sure that we are taking care of any lumps or bumps or scratches or anything like that. We'll come in with our machine with our tapered fine grit, not a tornado bit, but it's like a tapered, I guess it could be a Volcano, but it's like a tapered safety bit, but it's meant for like that back cuticle area and all over the surface of the nail to, it's just a great bit to use, to have, honestly, because it works for a lot of different things. It's that tapered bit, so it gets all in the cuticle, but then it has that bulky side to its body where you can get the surface of the nail, any lumps or bumps, and kind of even it out. So it's really, really good to have in your bit arsenal. I have a lot of different nail bits, and this is one that I continuously reach for all the time. So I'd highly recommend using this bit. I actually got it off of AliExpress from a seller called Wilson, and their bits are amazing, let me just tell you. And there's actually a lot of times where they sell 2 in the pack. So the more expensive ones, you get just the one, but like the tapered safety bits and the flat round bits, like things like that, the safety bits, stuff like that, you can get 2 in a pack, and for like $9, $11. Their prices are very competitive, and the quality of their product is A+. I still use their bits years later after buying them, and they're still in great condition. I clean my bits all the time after using them. If I get any like acrylic stuck in it, I clean them out with acetone. I don't have that like bit brush thing cleaner, so I just try to clean them as best as I can on my own with like any bristle brushes I have laying around my nail room. If you're interested in like maybe me uploading a video of how I clean my nail brushes and my bits, just let me know in the comment section below. I know I've been a little slower on the videos lately, but I'm starting school, and I kind of been focusing on getting my son ready for school and just kind of finishing up the summer and stuff like that. So I apologize. I will be getting back into recording, hopefully sooner rather than later. Just making sure that the ones I do have are getting uploaded in a timely manner, and if not, at least explaining why, you know, what's going on. But let me just say, I appreciate all of you new subbies. Like, it's been amazing. You guys have been subscribing left and right, and let me just say, I love you all so much for that. Thank you so much for your support, all your continued support and kind words and comments. And you know, even if you don't like the video, I want to hear from you. Like, I want to know what you don't like about it. I want to know what you think I could change, what you'd like to see different, anything like that. Because even constructive criticism, even negative comments, as long as they're not like horribly mean, I don't really find them negative. I look at it as constructive criticism. Like, if somebody doesn't like something, that's fine. But let me know what you think I can work on or change. Because if you just put a dislike on someone's video and you don't tell them what to fix, well, then how are they supposed to get better? And maybe some people are like, well, that's not my responsibility. They should already know if they're making videos. But honestly, you guys are the audience. And just like with TV, when people tune out or tune in, it's the same thing. Shows don't last if they're not capturing people's attention, right? They get discontinued or canceled. Same thing kind of with this, except I just want to know, like, what do you guys dislike? What do you guys like? What do you want to see more of? What do you think I could incorporate into these videos or take out? You know, so I want to hear from you guys. I love you guys all so much. Anyone that subscribes to me, I will subscribe back. If I haven't yet, I will do so. Leave your name in the comment section below if you think I haven't subscribed to you yet. and I will definitely rush over and do that. I like to support anyone who supports me because I don't think it's fair that people ask for support and then not even have the gall to support back. So I definitely do that. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody because I'm not. I just like to support the people that support me. So this is that fine grit tapered bit I was telling you about. It's not quite a volcano bit, but it is like one of those tapered bits that gets all back in the cuticle area and the entire body of the nail. I just love this bit. And even though it's a fine grit, it's perfect. It really is. I don't need to take much off to begin with. I just need to kind of get these tapered more and kind of go over the body of the nail, but not much. I've laid my acrylic perfectly. It's nice and smooth. There's no lumps or bumps. So I'm literally at this point just getting any excess acrylics off the sides, maybe if there's any, which there wasn't, and just kind of thinning out that back cuticle wall area and taking a little off the apex. Not off, but like just getting it into shape better. And then we'll finish with our hand file and buffer and clean the nails, and we'll go in with our GDOCCO or GDOCCO embossing gels and do like a pretty white and gold, like veiny looking marbly design. Not so much marble as like, it looks more like veins that are raised up. I think they really look pretty. This is a design that she actually came in with requesting, and I think it came out perfect. I love how it looked in the end. I decided to go with an embossing gel instead of like a flat acrylic paint or flat just gel paint, because I feel like it just gave the nail more depth, as well as us using a matte top coat, which is by CHISEL, and I will find a link for that and leave it in the description index below. Look at how I am filing and shaping these. As you can see, I am tapering that cuticle area, leaving my apex in place, and coming down the body of that nail, making sure that that shape stays as it is. Now we are coming in with our white GDOCCO Embossing Drawing Gel. I love this stuff because it's never done me wrong. I've always had good luck with it. Ever since I bought it, you know, I don't use it much, but it's lasted for so long. And I'm using the gold one as well, which really turned out so pretty. I really like how these came out. I mean, they look just like the picture, so couldn't have been happier. And it is different. It's a different type of looking design. I hope it like catches and makes some headway, and some of yous out there maybe recreate it. That would be nice. If you do, just don't forget to tag me or let me know. This is not my design originally. I don't know who it's from originally, so I can't give credit where it's due. And I personally didn't have the picture. If I can find it, I'll throw it up here. If not, whoever came up with this design first, thank you very much. I think it is a gorgeous design, and I love how these ended up looking. So yeah, I hope that you all enjoy watching the rest of this. I love you all so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already, and that like button while you're at it, because it helps me out a lot, guys. And share if you don't mind as well. Other than that, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.